Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Philippines, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Please be seated. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the closing ceremony of the National ROTC Summit and the very first Presidential Silent Drill Competition. Earlier today, we have witnessed different service academies and training institutions showcase their discipline and professionalism and how they perform their synchronization through the silent drill. Later, we will witness who among our service academies will be declared as the first champion of the very first Presidential Silent Drill Competition. At this juncture, we would like to call on the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, General Noel S. Clement, to give us his welcome remarks.
Sa ating pinakamamahal na Pangulo, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, sir. Executive Secretary Salvador Medeldea, the Secretary of National Defense, Secretary Lorenzana, sir. Secretary of Interior and Local Government, Secretary Anyo, sir. Senator Christopher Lawrence Bongo, sir. Mayor of the City of Manila, Mayor Isko Moreno. The Major Service Commanders from the Philippine Army, Lieutenant General Gilbert Gapay. From the Philippine Air Force, Lieutenant General Ross Brigues. And from the Philippine Navy, Vice Admiral Robert Empedrad. Our guests from the Philippine National Police, other officers from the Armed Forces of the Philippines and the Department of National Defense. Ladies and gentlemen, magandang hapon po sa ating lahat. With great pride, allow me to welcome our guest of honor, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Republic of the Philippines, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, together with our distinguished guests, friends, our media partners, our stakeholders, the silent drill performers and their support staff, and representatives from participating academies and military training institutions in today's first Presidential Silent Drill Competition. Throughout the day, we have witnessed the discipline, composure, and most of all, the character upheld by each silent drill performer. The very values crucial in the making of a good citizen and a military officer. We recognize the responsibility given to every citizen to contribute to the sustenance of our freedom. The Reserve Officer Training Corps, also known as the ROTC program, is the main source of reservists in our armed forces of the Philippines. With the dynamic role that our armed forces portray, the Reserve Force serves as the primary pool of manpower, particularly in community relations, civil and humanitarian assistance, and agro-military activities. Our Reserve Force has been and continues to serve a significant purpose in our quest for lasting peace and sustainable development. Thus, allow me to convey our deepest gratitude and appreciation for our reserve forces, for their relentless commitment in supporting the AFP in the most crucial and difficult times. To our silent drill performers from the 7 major service academies, we thank you for exemplifying the professionalism and character through the uniformity of execution and drills. Your resplendent display of talent assures us that our armed forces is a young breed of skilled and capable soldiers who will lead our organization to greater milestones for our future. Each one of us holds a responsibility of serving the nation, and it is only through a matter of how. I admire those whose hearts are courageous to have chosen to serve our country by protecting and securing the people. A decision that will always be yours to make. But as you decide to rise up to the challenge of service and patriotism, know that the AFP fully supports you in this journey. This new generation of enlightened youth, our reserve force and military officers, are future leaders of our country. You hold the tools for nation building and the power to achieve lasting peace. Ignite the spark of patriotism to always rise up to the challenge of service. Again, thank you very much and congratulations to everyone. Magandang hapon po.
Thank you very much to our Chief of Staff, General Lumel S. Clement, sir. To give us a preview of what's transpired during the National ROTC Summit held last year, 5 December 2019, may we now call on the Deputy Chief of Staff for Service and Retiree Affairs of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, Rear Admiral Ramil Roberto B. Enriquez.
To our President, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, sir. Cabinet Secretaries led by Secretary Mitaldea. The Major Service Commanders, a pleasant, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Let me give you a brief overview of what happened for the year 2019 with our Reserve Officers Training Corps cadets. This program has been the main source of reservists in the Armed Forces of the Philippines since the military training was introduced in the campus setting at the University of the Philippines way back in 1912 and was institutionalized by Commonwealth Act No. 1 or the National Defense Act of 1895 and Republic Act No. 7077 or the AFP Reservist Act of 1991. The AFP focus and thrust for 2019 includes advocating for the restoration of mandatory ROTC and sustaining the enhancement of the AP Reserve Force in line with the directive of the President to strengthen the ROTC program and instill love of country and good citizenship. The Armed Forces of the Philippines, through the Office of the Deputy Chief of Staff for Reservist and Retiree Affairs, J9, spearheaded various ROTC activities that aims to advocate for the strengthening of the ROTC program, which will eventually redound to a more robust and modernized citizen armed force. The Office of J9 has visited 11 provinces nationwide for the conduct of the ROTC Summit in connection with the National Reservist Week provincial conventions. The ROTC Summit aims to uplift the ROTC cadets, ROTC commandants, and school administrators on the current ROTC programs being conducted by the Armed Forces of the Philippines through the Office of J9 and update them on the current status of the implementation of the mandatory program for grades 11 and 12. Aside from the provincial ROTC Summit, selected ROTC cadets have been privileged to join the ROTC Cultural Understanding and Leadership Program at Guam, United States of America. The training exchange programs are being conducted during April and October in collaboration with the University of Guam ROTC and the Guam National Guard. Likewise, cadets from various AP major services and ROTC units, service academies, and major services candidate schools gather for the ultimate ROTC challenge to interact and establish camaraderie with fellow cadets to showcase their individual skills and proficiency in terms of humanitarian assistance and disaster response, endurance firing, and obstacle course. This year has been a memorable point in time as we have been privileged to have the U.S. ROTC cadets join one of the ultimate ROTC challenge held last July 2019 at the Air Force Reserve Command, Mabalacat City, Pampanga. The National ROTC Summit culminates the yearly ROTC program of activities. This was held last 05 December 2019 at the FA Commissioned Officers Club in Camp General Emilio Aguinaldo, Quezon City. It was participated by the ROTC Corps Commanders and ROTC Commandants from different ROTC units of colleges and universities nationwide. Likewise, Senator Sherwin Gatchalian and other resource persons who are strong advocates of the ROTC program have been invited to give their insights to serve as an inspiration for our ROTC cadets to motivate them to persevere in the program and encourage other students to join the ROTC program as well. The culminating activity this afternoon is a project close to the heart of our President, as he envisions a youth that is disciplined and able to perform daunting tasks. He created this presidential silent drill competition to showcase the skills of our cadets, and we hope to see you again for the second iteration of same this coming March 2020. We thank you, Mr. President, for this unforgettable experience. As I end my synopsis, allow me to present an audiovisual presentation to sum up the AAP ROTC activities for 2019. Again, thank you very much. Mabuhay ang ROTC. Mabuhay tayong lahat. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas. Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat.
Thank you very much, Rear Admiral Enriquez. At this juncture, may we now call on the champion of the first presidential silent drill competition to perform again in front of our president. And our champion is Philippine Military Academy. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, our champion for the first presidential silent drill competition, Philippine Military Academy.
The essential and primary purpose of the Philippine Military Academy's education and training program is to cultivate and develop the cadets to be the finest young individuals, intellectually, tactically, spiritually, emotionally, and physically, to become qualified commissioned officers in selfless service to the armed forces of the Philippines and our nation. The Academy, founded in 1898, has become true to its mission to produce educated and honorable men, preparing them with a holistic education for their progressive military career. Its alumni handle key positions both in military and civilian institutions. For the Academy to accomplish this result, it shall provide to young men and women an undergraduate education of the highest quality, conducted in and facilitated by the unique PMA curriculum of military discipline, placed on the qualities of courage, integrity, and loyalty. And because of these trusts, she was able to produce valor awardees who served as true affirmation that indeed the Filipino is worth living and dying for. PMA is a state-supported academic institution that has a glorious history to cherish. It provides a well-rounded education and training, delving on character development, academic excellence, military professionalism, and physical development. The PMA curriculum is specifically designed to produce leaders for peace or war.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. You are about to witness an enthralling flaunt of flares and dexterity as the group of young men and women from the Philippine Military Academy performs the silent drill. The company commander, Cadet First Class Arjamar Hassan, a native of Holosulu and member of the Tausug tribe, salutes you for this significant occasion.
Arrows define direction. Another group of diverse persons comprise the future guardians of our state, united by a common goal. The moment cadets step in the portals of the Academy, they are molded into perfection by values needed for their future roles. The Academy steers for traditions that develop the cadets to become persons of gentle breeding and strong character. To this day, and even until we had shed our uniforms, we carry in our hearts the sacred coat of arms, the seal of our covenant, our direction, and only path that bears the guiding light of courage, integrity, and loyalty. This is what the big arrow is all about. An arrow shot with precision and accuracy stays right on its target. It symbolizes the mission of the Academy to produce disciplined and principled leaders whose target is focused on the betterment of our nation. It also points towards you, our fellow Filipinos whom we promise to serve. This formation is our covenant as future leaders and guardians of our nation.
Cadets with their tough look and a smiling face often gives the impression of emotionless people. Little do people know that behind the stoic countenance is a cheerful person, longing to connect with others, to share a smile and spark a conversation with everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, beneath the regimented training lies a very cheery, enthusiastic PMA cadet who remain the same as they always have been. This is shown as the drillers form the cheerful letters H and I. Hi! Welcome to the silent drill exhibition of the Philippine Military Academy. The Philippine Military Academy is the breeding ground of the future leaders of our country. Its leader development program contains character development, a balanced college education, military leadership, and physical development. Though many changes have transpired, the Academy remained focused on its vision to produce military professionals of character, dedicated to protect and help build the nation. Taking shape before you are the famous letters P, M, and a military organization committed to training young men and women for service to God, country, and people. Throughout more than 100 years, PMA continuously molds leaders for the nation, embracing the values of courage, integrity, and loyalty, which the drillers acknowledge as they render a salute.
Unity, oneness, coexistence. These are the ways for us to live in harmony. We can all be under one rule or live in diversity, but bonded by consideration, whatever the case may be. Both boils down to one thing: peace. The preservation of peace is never simple. Its complexity lies in the cooperation of every individual in desiring harmony among them. This is the reason why unity becomes necessary. This is the reason why we should be united, for God made us supplemental to our kin. It is through our joint hands and support to the initiatives and programs of our leaders where we can achieve a more peaceful, drug-free, and a more progressive country. From the words of our President, if we are to embrace the vision of a prosperous Philippines, we have to start putting values to our people's well-being, because the success of every Filipino's pursuit in life, liberty and happiness, directly mirrors the fulfillment of our aspirations.
The standard of perfection that the Academy promotes upon each cadet refers to the quality of officers the Philippine Military Academy produces. As such, the fundamental objective of the Philippine Military Academy is to instill in each cadet of love for God and country, courage, duty, excellence, honor, humility, integrity, loyalty, respect, and solidarity. The circles define the hearts and souls of each cadet as they manifest the cadet's passion for order, discipline, and perfection. Watch as they move outwards to show you the passing of rifles, a symbol of camaraderie. Every cadet is responsible for each other. This is the PMA bond. This exhibition symbolizes the sharing and helping among the cadets. Marching to the other side, the cadets will execute the throwing of rifles. In this drill, they will throw the rifles to the person next to them. This shows how cadets trust each other. Stability under pressure. We cadets are known to be unwavering under extreme pressure. This trains us to be geared up for our lives in the battlefield.
As mandated by our Constitution, the Armed Forces of the Philippines serves as the only yet brilliant shield of the citizens and the state. Its function is to support the dominion of the space and veracity of our national territory. The prerequisite is what the cadets are trained for: the responsibility to dole out and stimulate the people's mind with integrity and nationalism. The drillers, as young members of the AFP, aim to win the hearts of the Filipino people as they try to form the letters A, F, and P. The culmination of years in a military institution, where measured and regulated existence is strictly followed, prepares the cadets to a future tasking in the AFP. Success is nothing more than a few disciplines being practiced every day. Hence, the creation of the bridge between the country's goals and accomplishments for a better way of life. The mandatory ROTC program is one of those bridges of President Duterte's administration. Not only would it strengthen the country's defense capabilities, but it would also help the younger generations to improve their sense of patriotism and dedication for the service of the Filipino people. DU30 Duterte. President Rodrigo Roa Duterte never failed to inspire all Filipinos in his dedication to duty. He is the father of our nation, the ultimate reason why we stand as one and united for one purpose, to attain national unity, peace, and stability. The mandatory ROTC program builds the patriotism and nationalism of our Filipino youth to become more disciplined individuals and defenders of the flag. Witness as we give a salute to the President of the Republic of the Philippines and Commander-in-Chief, Armed Forces of the Philippines.
There is a soul component that silently works and provides our existence. Disregarding its size, what is essential is it provides and connects itself to each part of our system to sustain life. A person's heart is not only a size of a fist and a muscle that pumps blood and nourishment. The heart is an astoundingly faithful creation of nature. Its gentle thumping accompanies us for the duration of our lives, and it is so essential to human existence. It has served as a symbol of not only life, but also of love, emotion, intelligence, and reason. At one time, the heart was believed to be the organ of consciousness, the organ of vitality, and the emblematic of the human soul. In the heart of each cadet lies the core of their feelings, sentiments, and passions, as their youthful hearts are taken by their ideals and their duties. In addition, as cadets, their hearts are the true representations of courage, integrity, and loyalty. As you can see now, this heart is composed of the members of the Philippine Military Academy, with an ever-blazing heart to serve the nation.
Marching past civilians with precise machine-like movements, civilians oftentimes get the impression that cadets live a dull, emotionless life. Robot-like persons, stiff and rigid. That is how often civilians look at us. Emotionless as we may look, we are still humans. Beneath each cadet's uniform is a heart, softened by the trials and challenges he's been through. As long as we know that the love you give us will remain forever true, you gave us the strength and inspiration to go on performing the demanding duties of a cadet. The drillers forming the words, "I love you." We give our love to you, our dearest ones, who make life more wonderful to live. We love you.
In the heart of every cadet is a person who appreciates music. Each one of us has their own talent, be it in singing, acting, or dancing. Music soothes our souls. It gives smiles and laughter and picks us up whenever we feel tired and lonely. With the noise of our rifles, the heavy thumps and thuds of our drums, one cannot possibly imagine how we can find and retain the melodies in our hearts. The heart in front of you, ladies and gentlemen, signifies the exclusive manifest of cadets' romantic and poetic souls. Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves for the hardest part of the drill.
God, country, and people. These are the things we are living for. These are the things that give us strength and inspiration to undergo a life of hardships and sacrifices. We wait for the day when we are finally ready to make our contributions as vanguards of what we swore to protect. This cross symbolizes the faith of the cadets. God is above all. Through every trial and hardships that we face, and when happy memories fail to inspire us, it is our Lord and the unwavering faith that gets us through. The cross, our faith, our sacrifices, our lives, all these we gladly offer for humanity. Life in the academy is very different. Our uniforms, the honor code, and all our activities all comprise a unique life inside the academy. Excellence is to be expected in all our tasks. That is our way of expressing our gratitude to you. Filipino people, cadets, and alumni come together to share this common goal, thus making us one and united to building a better nation. The camaraderie we have shown in this formation, the X Factor. You will see how coordinated we are in everything that we do. The many tricks of exchanging rifles represents our train of thought that no one is left behind as we showcase our grand performance.
Excellence, chivalry, humility, and dignity. These values encompass the cadet's life as they journey through 4 years in the academy. These years may just be a flicker in one's life. Still, this flicker has already embedded the very values and skills that the Philippine Military Academy has taught in each cadet. They strive to embody these very values as they move forward in achieving their dreams. Eventually, these cadets will become officers, and what they have learned and trained to do will now be applied to the service of the Filipino people. This will be our commitment to you, who give us a bright future and a chance for change for this land. Once again, cadets demonstrate that through coordination and cooperation, anything can be achieved. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. To all of you who have been our inspiration and our source of strength, you will always be a part of our journey as we continue to build one AFP you can trust. To our fellow Filipino youth, the future leaders of the rising Philippines, you are the beacons of hope, of which the rest of our countrymen will follow. We take our hats off to you with a broken smile. See you.
now witnessing the formation of our participating teams. From your left, our participating teams is the Philippine Navy Officer Candidate School. Second is the Philippine Air Force Officer Candidate School. We have the Philippine Merchant Marine Academy. The Philippine Military Academy, the Philippine National Police Academy, Philippine Army Officer Candidate School, and the Philippine Air Force Candidate School. At this point, may we now invite the President to lead the awarding of the consolation prizes and winners of the first presidential silent drill competition. To assist the President, may we request the Secretary of National Defense, the Chief of Staff Armed Forces of the Philippines, the Executive Secretary, and Senator Bongo. Our prizes is sponsored by the Office of the President. For our seventh place, to receive a consolation prize of 50,000 pesos, the seventh place goes to the Philippine Navy Officer Candidate School. Thank you very much. And for our sixth place, and to receive a consolation prize of 50,000 pesos from the Office of the President, may we call on Philippine Air Force Officer Candidate School. Thank you very much. And announcing the fifth placer to receive a consolation prize of 50,000 pesos. Our fifth place is Maritime Academy of Asia and the Pacific. Thank you very much. And to announce the fourth place and to receive also a consolation prize of 50,000 pesos, our fifth place goes to, our fourth place goes to the Philippine Army Officer Candidate School. Thank you very much. We will now announce our second runner-up. They will receive 100,000 pesos from the Office of the President. Our second runner-up is the Philippine Merchant Marine Academy. Thank you very much. And our first runner-up to receive a cash prize of 200,000 pesos. Our first runner-up is Philippine National Police Academy. Thank you very much. And now, to receive 300,000 pesos in cash from the Office of the President, our overall champion for the first Presidential Silent Drill Competition, our champion goes to Philippine Military Academy. Thank you very much, everyone, and once again, congratulations to our participating teams. Please be seated.
At this juncture,
At this juncture, may we call on the Secretary of National Defense, Secretary Delphine N. Lorenzana, to introduce our guest of honor and speaker.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Kindly sit down. Salamat po. Commander, give the order of tikas pahinga. Thank you. Executive Secretary Salvador Midaldia, Defense Secretary Delphine Lorenzana, Interior and Local Government Secretary Eduardo Anyo, and the other members of the Cabinet, Senator Bongo, Manila City Mayor Francisco Esco, AFP Chief of Staff General Noel Clement, and the major service commanders, the officers and enlisted personnel and civilian employees of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, invited guests, mga mahal kong kababayan. I am pleased with the efforts of the Presidential Management Staff and the Presidential Security Group, their partners for spearheading the first presidential silent drill competition. It is just fitting that we hold this maiden event as the Armed Forces of the Philippines concludes the National ROTC Summit that showcases the gallantry, bravery, and spirit of volunteerism of young men and women all over the country. Let me break from the prepared speech. Kayo bang mga bata at mga magulang, do not ever, this is our only country. At hanggang ngayon, there are people who are terrorists trying to destroy our way of life. Kayong mga bata, huwag kayong magpadala dyan sa mga ideolohiya na barat. Dumaan na kami dyan. I was one of those. Pero later on, I realized that nothing else would be good except to have law and order and one government. Alam mo, they promise anything and everything, including sumasali sa gobyerno and then submitting papers towards a coalition government. Hindi mangyari yan sa buhay ng ating bayan. Hindi talaga ako papayag kailanman. Let me especially commend the winners and participants of the competition, as well as those who joined the summit. Well, of course, PMA won. My congratulations. But I'd like the others, we have, well, more of this in the days to come. Alam mo, ganito yan eh. I was inspired when I went to China. Kasi every sundown, meron silang drill. A drill before the flag is lowered. And people congregate every afternoon to see the drill performed by the different units assigned for that day. I want it done every day. May magtingin man o wala, do it for the country. I want you to go into a sort of an activity to honor Rizal at ang ating bayan. Do it, and I order it every day. It will be spearheaded by the Armed Forces of the Philippines and those who would like to participate. And I pay well. It is not because binabayaran ko kayo, but to give you an incentive to perform well before the public. Sabi ko, kung may manood, maganda. Kung wala, just do it because I might just be there in the corner to watch it. And I feel proud of my soldiers and my policemen. And that is why I will never compromise the way of life of the Filipinos. It might not really be the perfect one. Alam mo, mali dito, mali doon. I have my faults, plenty. But never about money. Ibang bagay siguro. These undertakings highlight the importance of the RTC program in inculcating in the hearts of young Filipinos critical values for nation building, such as perseverance, discipline, excellence, leadership, and loyalty, and patriotism. Alam mo, isa akong tamad na tao. I hate to wake up each Saturday to go into a training sa ROTC. But now I realize na importante ito. Meron tayong pumasok na sundalo talaga. At walang ginawa, nag-aral 24 oras kung paano pumatay, paano, kill the enemy, and all sorts of things. Pero kulang ito sila. In a total outbreak, itong mga to andoon sa front line. At hindi mo malaman kung maubos ito sa isang bomba lang o isang machine gun. We have to have a reserve force which can be mobilized anytime. Kaya yung mag-lead ng mga ROTC pati civilians, kayo. If you want to go into real being soldiers, but alam mo, sila nag-aaral ito pagkasundalo professional. Tayo naman, nag-aral tayo ng pag-AB, abogado, kailangan tayo ng kumuha ng ROTC. Undergo the training kasi alam mo, pagdating ng panahon, alam mo magkasanang Armalite, alam mo mag-dismantle kung masira, at alam mong gumaril. Even the discipline. Alam ko na napipika ka, sigaw-sigawan ka, but take it as part of life, the training. What I like is, pag dumaan kayo ng ROTC, merong kayong respect of authority, echelon, as it goes higher, and discipline. Ngayon yung mga bata na ayaw, hayaan ninyo yan. So there will always be a time for an accounting in this country. Pag nagkagulo ito, kung hindi na malaman saan sila pumunta, problema nila yan. Problema nila yan. Kayong kumuha ng ROTC religiously, pero maging doktor ka, engineer, abogado, because hindi naman pwede na pumunta ka ng PMA tapos ang gusto ng tatay mo para magandang buhay, doktor ka rin, kagaya ng tatay mo, kagaya ng tatay ko, naging abogado, at ang anak ko si Inday, naging abogada. Ganun yan. So you cannot go to the PMA and become a full-fledged soldier only because then your parents might have other plans for you. Maging doktor ka, kagaya ng tatay mo. In the meantime, since you cannot go to the PMA for that, merong ROTC. I urge you to learn, baski mo naghawak malaman ng baril, o to call an assembly of men to fight for the country. Alam mo, sa buhay natin, the imponderables of life. Hindi natin talaga alam, Pag nawala man ako, well, the next president, he might have some other ideas for you. But ako, I suggest that we pass the ROTC, sumali kayo, requirement yan bago ka makagraduate. Tiisin mo yan, kasi yan talaga ang buhay dapat ng estudyante ng Pilipinas. I hope that in the future, when you look back at the memorable experience during these events, you will never forget to live up and never depart from these values as you pursue endeavors, and you would benefit not only for yourselves, but your families and ultimately the entire nation as well. You develop honesty. Kung nandiyan kayo, me in my government, whether the military, the police, for promotion, o yung magpasok ka sa gobyerno, mag-cabinet member ka, I have fired about 5 whose friendship dates back to 1988 when I first became the mayor of Davao. Tuloy-tuloy kasi ako hanggang presidency na wala akong talo. But these guys were with me and helped me all throughout. Pero ang sinabi ko, pagka magsama tayo sa gobyerno and I have the power to appoint you, huwag mo akong hiyain because ayaw ko talaga ng korupsyon. Yung sa korupsyon ngayon sa gobyerno, and I'm warning again the bureaucracy, dito man ang mga sekretary, madali man nila. I do not want papers to be acted by days. I want it by hours. If you are a director, do not hang on it. Huwag mong upuan yan kasi pabalik-balikin mo ang tao hanggang bumigay ng pera. Ganon sa gobyerno. Matagal akong mayor. Matagal akong marami talaga akong sinipa, baski dito sa Malacañang. Tanungin mo yung mga gwardiya. Nagbobogbog talaga ako na tao, lalo na yung mga graft and corruption. Sinisipa ko rin. Kaya huwag kayong, kasi kung gusto ninyo, pagkatapos ko presidente, magkita tayo baski saan lugar. Kayong mga durugista, kung agrabyado kayo, let's kayo, abangan ninyo ako o sabihin ninyo saan kayo, pupuntahan ko kayo. Magsama tayo sa imperno kayong mga yo. Alam mo, makasabihin mo, hindi ako taga Maynila, probinsyano ako, Pitsugen. Kamali talaga kayo dyan. Ako, naglilinis rin ako ng baril gabi-gabi. Para sa inyo yan. Pag alis ko ng Malacañang, maglinya ka na dyan, mag-draw na tayo. At magsama na tayo sa imperno for all time. At doon ko kayo bugbugin ng bugbugin araw-araw sa harap ni Satanas, mga kayo. Galit ako I said, do not destroy my country. Look, kayong mga human rights. I told everybody, wag mo ninyo akong sisihin. I told you, do not destroy my country because I will kill you. Nothing can be more clear than that. Pag sinira mo ang mga anak namin, at sabi yung ganon, widespread na, kita mo araw-araw sa TV ninyo, meron talagang droga. Look at the crawler. Yung tumatakbo dyan sa baba, that's called crawler. Nagko-crawl. Meron talaga araw-araw. Hindi nagtaka na itong mga human sa bantay kayo. Hindi na lang yung tinignan na my country is being flooded with drugs. And I have to protect the next generation. Trabaho ninyo yan. Kaya mga magiging sundalo. You have to protect the next generation. Kasi yung next generation, marami ang tama ng droga kaya ng Amerika. Kawawa tayo. Hindi tayo mayaman. Ngayon, maganda na. Surplus natin. May pera na tayo. Putulin mo lang yung graft and corruption, putulin mo yung droga, putulin mo lahat na sumisira ng Pilipino. Ay, hindi ka makulong yan. Wala kayo. At makulong kayo, di sama tayo. Pareho lang naman yan. Ako matanda na, sila. You do not scare me na pakulong mo ako dyan sa International Court, Criminal Court. I will never allow myself to answer itong mga puti. Hoy, loko-loko kayong mga... I will never answer any question coming from you. It's bullshit to me. I am responsible only to the Filipino. Ang maghusga Pilipino. And if you hang me for all what I did, go ahead. It will be my pleasure. But never itong mga puti. Nakikialam ang mga puti. Pamurahin na lang ninyo ako. Hindi pumuputok na ng kakapigil. Hindi lang nila alam ang, what's to them a dead carcass there, criminal. Ilan ang, hindi nila binilang ang namatay dahil sa droga. Kaya kayong mga human rights, you better behave. Do not look at life on a single lens. Tignan ninyo parang binocular. Not a telescope na isa lang. Mga gago kayo, mga bobo kayo. Tsaka kung kayo, ay nako. Gusto ko nga magharap tayo ng korte. I want to debate with you about what ails this country. And I'd be happy to answer you and to condemn you. Hindi na matalo. Before I became a mayor, I was a prosecutor. Kaya do not, magsabihin mas bright ka sa akin. Mas bright ako sa inyong lahat, sa totoo lang. Kaya yung mga Bisaya, pumapakpak na kayo ng husto. Ngayon lang kayo nagka-presidente ng... I assure you that this administration will remain unrelenting in its mission to realize a comfortable life for all Filipinos. And I firmly believe that the values learned from the ROTC program are vital towards achieving this goal, including those who go to the PMA to be soldiers. Yun lang. Itong ROTC part-time lang ito because they have other worries. To be a doctor, to be a lawyer. But then again, when trouble comes, everybody of us can be heroes. Alam mo it's just the opportunity. Ayaw ko lang magyabang. Itong mga human rights. I have been, in my lifetime as mayor, I see myself, my life in front of me. Alam mo, kayo mga taga-Davao, kayo mga taga-media, 2 beses ako nagpa-hostage para lang sa kapwa-tao ko. Kaya talagang papatay ako para sa kapwa-tao, para sa Pilipino. Huwag ka talagang magkumpiyansa sa akin. Ayaw kong mapahiya. Kaya ganon ako. As we look forward to the next silent drill competition, siguro ang next, ilan ba ang binigay natin? 300,000. Siguro mga next, ang first mga 10 million, okay na? Ayaw tumawa ang mga buang, Nag-aalala siguro, nagbibiro ka na. It will be higher. We'll go higher. And those who would want to parade there every afternoon, you'll have coffee money with me. And we can have dinner in... Kaya kung sinong gusto pumunta ng Malacañang, it's open to everybody, to every Filipino. You just inform Bongo or any of the... Itong police, Lapitan lang niya, sabihin niyo, usapin ko si Mayor, gusto kong makita ang Malacañang at magkain doon. At yung kwarto niya, gaano ba kalapad yung kama niya. Kung lalaki ka, walang overnight. Pero kung, ayaw kong sabihin, magalit ang anak. Alam mo, pagka ganito, sanay lang ako sa biro kasi politiko ako. I never graduated from being a mayor. Dala-dala ko yung pagka-mayor ko sa presidency. Kaya ako nagmumura, nagbibiro. But just take it in stride. It's just pabiro lang. Pero kung totoo, kung magpunta ka doon, sabi, can we spend the night here, Mayor? Yes. Pero pagka lalaki, ina doon ka sa barracks, sundalo, huwag kang My house is very small. But you are all invited to go to Malacay. It's your palace. All you have to do is to let us know and group na lang kayo. About mga 20 each time, then you let us know and you can have a view of the palace. Inyo yan. Wala akong ano dyan gusto ko. I do not call it palace. I'm just saying it because that's the usage. I call that thing in Pasig as my office. In public, in official declaration, I said, I am a worker of government and I serve the people and I live simply kasi pera ng tao yan. Kung magkain ka doon, no, yung nakapunta na, marami ngayon nakapunta. Isang sabaw, isang ulam, isang kanin. Huwag na maghingi ng another cup of rice kay limitado ang pagkain dyan sa walang steak dyan kasi hindi ating pera yan. Simple dinner. I will all accommodate you. Over the next 2 years, I will end my term. At sa lahat na may sama ng loob sa akin, anytime, baski natulog ako, katukin lang ako ninyo. Duterte, gumising ka, pag-usap tayo. Okay, no problem. Together, let us all work for a safer and more peaceful. Alam ninyo, yung kayong mga bata na school, do not allow the criminals to bamboozle you. Huwag kang pumayag kayong mga huwag kayo sa daan because yung mga streets are for the use of the citizens. Magtindig-tindig ka ng kanto, magpasa-pasa ka ng ano, tapos human rights, ano ka na. Huwag mong, yan kayo, not in the streets, not. Kasi huli kayo ng sa bus, gano'n. Well, it could be the last ride of your life. Hindi ako nagbibiro. Kasi galit ako sa kriminal, galit ako sa corruption. Bakit? Because I love you. Kaya si speech ko noon sa kampanya, I am here because I love the Filipino people. So, sinabi ko yan. Yung bago ako sa kampanya, sabi ko itong droga, mga, itong mga kriminal, do not, huwag ninyong i-oppress. Ayaw ko yung i-oppress. Ayaw ko yung mag-standby dyan sa mga bayan-bayan. Pag may magsumbong sa akin, tatapusin talaga kita. You know, the only way to end the problem is to end you. para tapos na. Kung kayo mga kriminal masasamang loob, do not do it. It is dangerous at these times sa panahon ko. Ibang presidente, bahala na. Huwag dito. Ayaw kong mapahiya eh. Hambugiro ako. Kapag sinabi ko wag, wag. So, naka-lecture naman ako, lahat na. Maraming salamat sa participants. I really appreciate your sweat. Next time, we'll have more prizes to come here. Right? 10 million, hindi na ninyo maubos yan sa isang gabi. Kung manalo kayo. Look forward to it because, alam mo sa totoo lang, hindi ako naghingi ng pera maski kanino. Tanungin, magtanong kayo ng negosyante dito. Naghingi ako ng pera para sa akin. Pero maghingi ako ng pera para sa iba. Para sa kapwa ko tao. Kaya ko. I will raise that money, not from the government coffers. I will raise that money kasi marami akong kaibigan na tinanggihan noon nagbigay. Eh sabihin ko, sige ngayon na. Kasi gusto ng mga drill, malaki ang price nila. Gusto talaga nila 50 million. So, it's gonna be 50 million. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, President Duterte. We would like to request our President to please remain seated for the photo opportunity. For batch 1, I call on the school superintendents and commandants of the training institutions. again, ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte.